you born that way.
Okay, so Adrian, did somebody have to teach you? Because to B's point, I guess apparently you learned all of these things. So did people have to teach you to like girls?
No, but
Man,
like
it's
your
choice.
environment, I think does play like a huge role in, I think, your sexuality as well too.
So you're saying that your environment could have changed your orientation.
Definitely. I
So you
think I think some people are, so this is from, my point of view, right? And just based on like treatment thinking, I don't really have much facts outside of the people that I've encountered, right?
yeah.
So I definitely think people are born like, um what's the word? P said the word, like with a disposition to feel that way. Because when I looked up homosexuality before I answered the question, and it just said a sexual attraction. So it's not the actual choice of sleeping with somebody, right? So from that standpoint, I think people are born with stronger pre whatever the word is, P, you know what I'm trying to say,
Yeah,
pre the whatever. Um, so those people, I think sometimes it's so strong that no matter the environment, that attraction is not going to change. However, there's a lot of people that just due to trauma, due to environments, things in terms of like you got some women who, because men did them wrong, now they're gonna choose to be with, a woman. You got a lot of men who were molested and taken advantage of as a youth and exposed to that. So now they just only want to kind of deal with men. So my percentage, I feel like it's like 10% that are so like predisposed or so prone to it that they're going to be that way no matter what. For the other 90, I feel like it's based upon like experience, environment, the things that you kind of been through. And I think the reason why the numbers are growing again goes back to the environment. It's getting more and more acceptable, so the numbers are going to continue to grow. So I feel like the environment plays a bigger role or a bigger factor versus like the genetics or you being predispositioned to do it.
Predeposit. Okay, all right.
Pre whatever, you know what
You
I
tried,
mean.
baby boy. You tried. I
Whatever.
fuck with it. Um, yeah. So, but the numbers are still very, very small for the LGBTQ population, right? I think prevalency has all to do with social media and things of that nature.
Hmm.
And I think that they can display whatever they want to display, right? But just in terms of the percentage of people, it's very, very small, just to the majority. Um,
So
Miko.
did you
Oh
get
shit.
that? Hold on, my bad. I got one quick. So like, did you find that somewhere? Like something from like here versus like here? If there was like a difference in like the numbers or something like that?
Yeah, I'll show you in a second, but I want to get Miko in.
My
Um,
guy.
yeah. And this was actually a study done in
Yeah.
the UK. So, but I'll
Okay.
show it to you guys. And it's a peer-reviewed article, if you guys know what that means. So Miko, is
Yes.
homosexuality a choice?
Okay, so the first thing, I find the question itself to be a little bit problematic. I know I can't choose the question. Um, but the reason why is because it basically implies that heterosexuality is the baseline and anything from that is a deviation, which means it's an alternative to what's considered, I guess, the norm. So the question in and of itself is just a little of a setup. However, I'll answer it.
Okay.
I think that we're looking at it from the standpoint of just one thing. However, sexuality. So there are four different groups. Um, Identifying yourself as a heterosexual or homosexual or lesbian, straight, bisexual, whatever, that's a sexual identity. And then we have gender identity, who you feel you are inside and how you express those feelings by how you dress, how you talk, how you act. So that's how you start to get masculine of center women, the studs, or feminine women. I'm speaking just from my experience because I am a lesbian. And then you have sexual behavior. So that's who you have sex with. And so someone can have sex with another woman and be a woman and not consider themselves homosexual because they don't identify as homosexual, if that makes any sense. And then you have sexual attraction. And so I think sexual attraction, that's something that a lot of people lie about, because, and I feel like a lot of men, heterosexual men, lie about sexual attraction because they don't sexually identify as gay. So they can't explain why they are sexually attracted to this other man. And they feel like it's wrong. So I do feel like a lot of men have a sexual attraction to other men, but since they don't identify as homosexual, they don't necessarily speak about that. So when it comes to it being a choice versus being born with it, I feel as if no one is born with a sexuality, in my opinion. I feel as if people are just born, and then when we hit puberty, that's when we start to probably experience sexual feelings. I think when we're younger, a child, a lot of children go through different sexual experiences, like, you know, touching on your cousin or brother. You hear a lot about you hear a lot about those experiences when you're really little. But I don't think kids know exactly what they're doing at that point. I don't think it's like a feeling in their growing that leads them to do that. I think it's something that they've seen. So I don't think it's a choice. I think that people can choose to go about a certain sexual behavior, and they can act on something that they want to do. But I don't think a sexual orientation, your sexuality, is a choice, because it's a feeling. And just because you feel a certain way doesn't mean you're choosing to. I mean, how many people choose to feel a certain way? I mean, of course, with these new ideas about, oh, just change your attitude, change your life, and just feel happy. But you can say you feel happy, but if you don't truly feel it in your heart, then you're not happy. So that is my opinion on it.
Okay, that was a lot to unpack. Yeah, man. I think that rejection from the people that love you can hurt you in ways that you would never understand. So all praises that I never had to experience that, because I could only imagine. If you have a belief system, especially if it comes to the Bible, I think you need to re-understand what it means to love your neighbor and rebuke your neighbor, but hold them close, right? Because if people are doing wrong, it's okay. Maybe you can assist them, you can help them, but you hold them close. You don't cast them away. Otherwise, they'll continue to go down that perpetual hole that you deem them in.
Come
So,
on, Hemp.
Come on, Hemp. You gotta hit that DJ Hemp the stampede.
yeah, man. Hey, man, I love y'all, man. I think y'all some of the smartest people I know, man. You too, Sean. So
Appreciate that.
listen. Hey, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, and we out.